The Bugarach, spiritual hotspot in the so-called Holy Mountain, La Montagne sacree. To this place a lot of spiritual people from around the world, including indigenous peoples such as the descendants of the Mayas and Incas, pilgrimage, because in the current ascension process of Mother Earth, this area radiates a very intensive energy and represents an interdimensional gate. According to some, the crown chakra of the new Earth or Marka Or. The Bugarach is interconnected to other sacred mountains such as the Kailash in Tibet and Mount Shasta in Northern California through a cave system which crosses the entire mantle of the Earth. Many UFO sightings and paranormal light phenomena are experienced here, and it is said that members of several extraterrestrial civilizations have a base within the mountain or nearby. Investigations and measurements using the latest NASA devices have proven the existence of a spacious subterranean cavity system in the area around Rennes-les-Bains containing metallic objects. It is said that Steven Spielberg got the idea for his film Encounter of the Third Kind when he was here. 100 years ago, the famous novelist and visionary Jules Verne seems to have been initiated into the secrets of the area. Maybe the priest of Rennes-le-Chateau, Abbé Saunière, who found a mysterious treasure, had initiated him into his knowledge. In Verne's novel Clovis d'Argentor, the Count d'Aglatis enters at a certain moment a mountain called Back Cup, inverted cup, a symbolic hint to the Grail. Within the mountain the Count enters a huge cave with a great lake and strange vehicles in that lake. He meets a crazy wise man who shows him a bottle with a very dangerous magic drink, an indication for the fact that this mountain has magic properties. The French cave searcher Hervé Saint-Péry said that once, when he was with a group in one of the smaller caves, in a certain moment the room was illuminated by a light whose source was invisible. This light also radiated into the bodies of the members of the expedition and gave them an impression of the dimensions of the true man. It is said that the Bugarach always was an initiation center. Even more, in the year 25 BC, Jacob, the son of the grandmother of Jesus, Anna, settled here at the age of 20. He himself had no children. After the crucifixion of Jesus, he accompanied Joseph of Arimathea, the brother of Jesus, and the whole family, the relatives and a few disciples, to this sacred place. Here Jesus appears in the light body of the resurrection to be united with his family. From here he travels in his multidimensional body to different places in the world, such as Avalon in the south of England, the Isle of Mona near the northwest coast of Wales, or Fortingall in Scotland. It is said that Jesus, during his time in Palestine and India, had a dark brown skin, but the body of resurrection shows a porcelain-like pale skin color and a nearly transparent body. According to the opinion of researchers such as Christian Doumergue, the reason why Mary Magdalene left Palestine was because she was a spiritual partner and she was initiated in the innermost teachings of Jesus, the so-called Gnostic mysteries, as they can be found in the oldest gospel that we know, the Gospel of Thomas, which speaks about the light body process. It seems that some of the disciples had a problem with the central role of Mary Magdalene because of their Hebrew patriarchal mentality. This can be found in the apocryphal Gospel of Philip, where Peter gets upset and is calmed by other disciples. Now, the wife of Pontius Pilate, Claudia Procula, was a close friend and follower of Mary Magdalene. What only few know is that she originally came from Narbonne and offered to the circle around Mary to take them with her to her native town. In southern France was the largest Jewish community outside Palestine, and Narbonne was an important trading center. Joseph of Arimathea, Jesus' brother, was a wealthy merchant who even traded with India. He possessed 3 ships, but after Jesus' crucifixion, the Romans had damage rather in sails. Therefore, it was an adventurous trip which at first led to a place in the region of the Camargue, where today we find the town Les Saintes-Maries-de-la-Mer. So the name of the town reminds us of the arrival of 3 Marys. Why 3? Because it is said that there were 3 spiritual partners of Jesus: Miriam of Tiana, Mary of Bethany, and Mariam, the cousin of Jesus. Tradition says that in earlier years, Jesus had another spiritual wife named Radha, who died during the birth of her son Judas in India in the year 19. From the village in the Camargue, the 3 Marys and the whole family sailed to Narbonne. After a short while, they took the great Roman road, the Via Domitia, towards Carcassonne, where they turned in southern direction towards Limoux to avoid contact with the Roman army. Because allegedly they had with them the mummified corpse of Jesus too, which was buried in the vicinity of the Mount Pescadou, where Mary Magdalene was also buried later. The English searcher Ben Hammett claims to have already found her grave and has made a film with the title Bloodline, shown in the USA some years ago. For the priest and researcher Abbé Boudet, who was priest in Rennes-les-Bains at the end of the 19th century, the Mount Pescadou is the energetic center of a natural cromlech comprising 16 vortexes. A circular power formation not only formed here by dawn settings, the radius of this cromlech extends to a point near the Pont Romain, the still existing Roman bridge near the Bugarach. The Templar castle Le Bézu was erected on such a vortex. Some visitors of the ruins feel the place of the chapel as energetically very strong, others the area around the tower. Probably it depends on whether the vortex is active or inactive in a certain moment, and naturally from the sensibility of the visitor himself. Another important site is the Fontaine des Amours, the Fountain of Love, which you find on the way from Rennes-les-Bains to the village Sugraigne. Here Jules Verne had the inspiration to his initiation novels 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and A Journey to the Center of the Earth. Probably he was initiated into the secret discoveries of his friend, the priest Abbé Saunière of Rennes-le-Chateau. The mysterious treasure of this priest not only consisted of gold, but also of parchments showing certain hidden places, perhaps of the tombs of the family of Jesus, but maybe also a plan with the position of a hidden entrance to the inner earth. The river La Salz has its name from the slightly salty taste of its water. It's a German word, Salz, salt. And with its high energy increases the healing effect of the thermal water of Rennes-les-Bains. Energy vortexes are temporarily active and then inactive again. If a vortex is active and you are on it or nearby, you may experience altered states of consciousness. You may have visions and experiences from other times and places. Another interesting place is the forest of Nébias, near the castle Privert, where in the Middle Ages the minstrelsy flourished. Wolfram von Eschenbach, the author of the Parzival, also came here. In the forest you find the so-called labyrinth, a rock formation in a certain precise geometric alignment of natural origin. Here too you find the sapin harpe, the harp sphere. The Templar Castle Perpétuus, south of Bugarach, is also a hotspot where some tourists slide into scenes of the Middle Ages when they stand in the upper chapel or other rooms. A further power place is the Hermit's Cave upon the Gorge de Galamus, a deep canyon through which, coming from the Pech de Bugarach, the little river Agli runs. Here Saint Anthony lived, and lots of tourists feel a very strong energy when entering the cave, which has been furnished as a chapel. Is this region around the Bugarach a special initiation center, as many people think who live here? The strong telluric streams coming up from the inner earth are felt by many as an influence leading themselves towards their true self. Future will reveal which meaning this area round the Bugarach will have for the awakening of mankind.